We've got the Falcons and the Steelers. Atlanta is favored by 3.5. The over/under on this one, 42. Thoughts on this one?
I'm taking Atlanta on this one. I am taking the under, though. I think this is going to be a low-scoring affair. I just have zero faith in the Steelers' offense to move the ball. Um, Russ with this calf injury, we're going to see what that looks like. He's saying, day-to-day, game-time decision type thing. But whether it's Russ or whether it's Fields, I just don't see the passing game having much traction. So then with Fields, you're looking at a lot of, Najee Harris. You're going to try and use the quarterback play to get the ground game going, which is fine, but it just continues to chew up chunks of clock and everything else. So I don't think points are going to be readily available for either team. I think it's going to be a pretty low scoring affair here. It wouldn't surprise me if it's 17-14, something like that here to start the game or the season, or 16-20, right? I mean, I guess if I'm going for a 4-point Steelers game, 16-20, something like that, but it still brings us in under the 42. So I think that's where we're going to be living.
Fair enough. This is one that I went back and forth on quite a bit, and this one here was the hook is what got me on this one and caused me to pivot, because I do think that Atlanta wins this game, but I do think that Pittsburgh keeps it within a field goal. So when it's all said and done, I think that we're going to see 24-21 type of matchup here, type of play. So I am going to lean Pittsburgh with the points. I'm going to lean the over just barely. And one of the props that I like is Kirk Cousins with a triumphant return to the gridiron, going over his 237.5 passing yards.
Well, I hope so. It'll help out my Kyle Pitts share in the home league. So I'm hoping that is what happens. I'm taking Jalen Warren over 11.5 receiving yards. This just seems far too low for me. And it really doesn't matter which quarterback is under center for Pittsburgh, whether it's Russ or Fields. Jalen Warren is used more in the passing game than what Najee Harris is. We saw that last year. I think that's going to continue. And 11.5 just seems extremely low. So I'm thinking they get him out of the backfield on a wheel route, or maybe it's a screen pass where he's able to break a couple tackles. But regardless of, I'm calling the over there. I think that's just too much of a gimme.